Hey everybody, what is up and welcome back to the channel. And today we got a 10-year-old air rifle. This is the Benjamin Trail Nitro Piston that I bought 10 years ago. This one actually came in camo back then. They had a camo and the wood version. Now you can only get the wood version, so if you guys are trying to look for this one when you see this video, you're not going to be able to get this camo version anymore. But this was one of the first I guess you call it budget friendly, but this is one of the first more hunting level, more reputable air rifles back then that people were recommending to get. Back then, this is like 2014, 2015, and this was a very popular air rifle, and so I picked one up, and I've had it for 10 years, and I wanted to revisit this gun. And just talk about it. So just to give you guys a little bit better look at it and stuff, it's a really nice air rifle. It feels really well made. It's got some heft to it. I'm actually running a Centerpoint 3x9. Actually, this is a Centerpoint 3x12x44 that's on this one, which has been a good scope for this gun. It has those spin turrets and everything. I don't remember if it came with it or not. I don't remember if it came with a scope or not. I can't remember that far back. I think it did, but I don't think it came with something super nice. I don't remember. I know that they have a package deal with a Centerpoint now that you can get, but I just kind of wanted to revisit this rifle and talk about it a little bit because I've had it for a long time. It's still shooting and still performing. There's some pros and cons to this gun, and I just kind of want to talk about it because they, like I said, you can buy it in a wood stock now, but you can't get this cool camo that they have, which I like the camo. The pros of this gun is it's got some power to it. This is in the .22 caliber, and it's, you know, out of the box they say it's supposed to shoot 1,100 feet per second, but pretty sure that's with alloy pellets like everything. So it probably shoots a little less than that. But this thing packs a wallop. I mean, it definitely packs a punch, and it's a good hunter out to about 30 yards. Now, I will tell you that for me with this gun has kind of been a nemesis of mine, because it's just been a struggle to get it shoot as accurately as I'd like to shoot it at 30 yards. Now, there's days where I'll shoot a really good group at 30 yards, and there's days where I won't. But I will say that, you know, out to 25 yards, this thing is good to go. Now, you know, for me, this is like a hunting air rifle. This isn't going to be something you're going to shoot for competition or trying to shoot the most amazing groups with and off. It is accurate, but it's not as accurate as I had hoped it would have been when I bought it, especially after seeing some other people shooting it and stuff. What really turned me on to this rifle was Ted's Holdover. He did a review on it and showed it, and actually shot some pretty darn groups with it, and that's why I decided to buy it. But I didn't get it in the wood stock. I bought it in this camo stock, and I don't know what this, it's a composite type material. It's solid as can be. I don't know what it's made out of. But I will say this, over the years of shooting spring air rifles, I've learned that unless it's a Vyrock in a synthetic style air rifle, the more budget friendly air rifles, I definitely prefer to have wood stocks on it. And even with the Vyrocks, I prefer a wood stock over anything else when it comes to spring air rifles. Not so much when it comes to the PCPs. I don't care, wood or synthetic is fine with a PCP, but when it comes to spring air rifles, I actually like wood stocks, and the reason why I do is because they absorb that shock and help absorb that shock to allow that gun to be a little more accurate, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's just what I've seen with my shooting and how I group things and how I shoot. It seems to me that I shoot ones with the wood stock better than something with the synthetic when it comes to these break barrel air rifles. Now, this one has the nitro piston in it. It has the adjustable trigger in it. This doesn't have that SAT or CAT trigger that they have in them now or whatever. This is supposed to be a 2-stage adjustable trigger. It wasn't very adjustable when I got it, but there was a guy that made a video years ago that showed you how to make your trigger a hair trigger on this thing by using a washer, which I have done to this. So this has a really sensitive trigger on it, which I like the trigger on it now. It takes nothing to pull it, but I don't really let anybody else shoot this thing because of that. You know, it has a little flip safety on it, forward and back type thing, and it's been a good little gun. And I just kind of wanted to revisit. I wanted to shoot at 25 yards to show you kind of the accuracy I get out of it. This thing likes the Crosman Premiers. These are the Ultra Magnum domes in 14.3 grains. This is one of the few guns that I actually own that actually shoots the Crosman pellets pretty good. It actually shoots those better than JSBs, which kind of shocks me because the JSBs do really well in all my other Springers, except this one. So I actually have a little notebook that I jot down. I shoot different pellets and I jot down the ones that are best for that gun. And this one I only have one written down, which is these Crosmans. So I went and looked at my little notebook, saw what I was getting, and it says Crosman Premier Domes, and so that's what we're going to shoot. We're going to do a 5-shot group on the paper target, and then I'll shoot a couple steels for you, because for me, this air rifle was designed for hunting. And if you go watch any of the videos on it, it's all about the hunting. You know, I will put a link down below where you can get one of these in .22. I have an Amazon link I'll put down below, but you can also go to Pyramyd Air and get them as well. But I will put an Amazon link down below. They make them in 177, .22, and .25. I just looked on Amazon, and you can get the 177 for like $269. .22 is going for $319, and I think the .25 is going for $299. So about 20 bucks cheaper, which I don't know why, but it is. So if you are interested, you can get it in a wood stock. But let's get to shooting. Let's shoot this target. Let's show you what I can do, and let's see how well we can get some groups done. You know, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a 5-shot group. It's 25 yards where the target's at, and then we'll shoot a little bit of my steel targets, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's see what kind of group we can get right now. All right, guys, we're gonna shoot a 5-shot group down here. Like I said, target's at 25 yards. I got a camera on it right here so you can see it as well. That should be in the corner somewhere so you guys can see it. We are shooting the Crosman 14.3 grain Ultra Magnum Domes. One thing I do like about this gun is that it's not very hard to cock, which is nice. Hopefully I can shoot a group, because I haven't shot this gun in a while. So everything should be good. So let's see what we can make happen with this at this range. Now this has the safety in the front. I'm used to shooting my Virox. I've been shooting those lately. And that was high and left, but we're going for groups right now. So let's just focus on a group, and then I can adjust my scope after. I don't know why that one went high and left. I guess I should have probably checked my zero on the scope beforehand. But we're just going for a group right now. That's all we're going for right now is group. And then I'll make some adjustments after. I will zero it for my targets. What was that, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's 4. One more. That was 5. All right, let's go check that out and see what we got. All right, everybody. So that's at 25 yards. That's the group I got. That's kind of typical of this gun. I can get it a little tighter, but that's pretty much typical of what I'm getting most of the time. Usually I can bring that over. To give you an idea, this is a 1-inch. This is my Bravo Bassin 1-inch MOA coin. To give you guys an idea so you guys can see what that looks like, I will also put that up here in the corner somewhere. But it's about a little over an inch group, probably center to center. You're probably looking at like inch and a quarter group that you're getting at 25 yards with this with Crosman Premier Domes. Like I said, I can make it a little tighter. I can usually bring that in to just a hair over the inch and stuff. But this is typical what you're going to get at 25 and 30 yards with this gun. Now, this one's 10 years old. I don't know if they've improved it with the newer ones or not. But from what I've read and what I've seen people talking about it and stuff, it's still shooting about the same accuracy. So about 30 yards is about as far as you're going to go with this. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys that so you guys can see it. That's a 1-inch MOA coin. That shows you the shot group. That's 5 shots. Gives you a good idea of what you're going to get. You always get that one little flyer in your groups. That's just the name of the game when you're shooting these guns. So, but that's a typical group that you're going to get. So let me zero this in a little bit, and then we'll shoot a few of the steel targets for you, kind of show what I would use this gun for in a hunting purpose. So let's get to that. All right, guys, we're going to do a couple steel targets for you, and then we're going to wrap this up. Off camera, I dumped this whole tin of pellets on the ground over there, so I picked up what I could salvage and kicked the rest under the porch because I don't like running dirty pellets through my guns, because that's not a good idea. I did zero this in. I'll show you this target, kind of show you what it does, to show you the frustration that this gun can actually cause you and stuff. This gun is pretty critical to shoot. But let's run some steel. I'm going to shoot my squirrel target. Oh, I probably should range find that for you. So basically we're going to be shooting, for what I can see here. So the squirrel is at 17 yards. My prairie dog's at 20. I got another squirrel at 21. I've got a rabbit out there at 27. And I got another prairie dog at 17. So we're going to do the squirrel first. 17 yards, that's what we're going for a squirrel right here on the right. You guys will see it up there on the screen somewhere. Going for the squirrel first. I'm just going to knock these down. I'm not going to try to shoot them back up for you guys, because every now and then they don't like to go back up because they maybe push back because I've been shooting them a lot. So I'm just going to shoot them down for you. I'm not going to shoot them back up, and I'm going to rotate to each one. These targets are really cool because you can shoot them down and shoot them up, you know, and let you see how they do. But I just want to go through and shoot them all down for you guys, and then I'll shoot them back up off camera. But we're going to go for the squirrel first, so you guys can see that. Now this has got a side focus on it, so I can really focus in on what I'm shooting at, which is nice with this scope. And that's the squirrel down. Very simple. You can shoot these targets back up. I'll show you what that looks like with this target real quick. For those of you that haven't seen these yet, maybe I'll shoot them all up. I don't know. We'll shoot them all up. What the heck? We'll just go through the gamut. Why not? Alright, so that one's back up. But you can hear that smack. So that smack's really good. So let's move over to my prairie dog. We're going to move over to the prairie dog. Get him in focus. I'm not going to try to, this thing can be very finicky, so I'm not going to try to do anything too crazy to get it adjusted. So the prairie dog is in focus there. So we're going to go for the prairie dog next. The prairie dog is at, let me get my laser rangefinder out here. Prairie dog is at 20 yards. So this is 20 yards on the prairie dog. Boom. So this thing does pack a really good smack. But it is tricky to shoot. I'll tell you, this is a lot more sensitive to shoot, a lot more hold sensitive than pretty much any other air rifle I own, which is kind of crazy. So we're going to try to put it back up now for you guys. Make sure my camera's still running. And he's back up. Alright, and it actually flipped it back, so that's awesome. Alright, so now we're going to move over to my further squirrel. See if I can move over to my further squirrel. There's my further squirrel right there. See if I can zoom in on him a little bit more. I'm going to have to move my camera a little bit for you guys, just so you guys can see that as well. I'll zoom in on him just a little bit more. I think that's as far as my zoom is going to go. Alright, so there's my furthest squirrel. My furthest squirrel, let me set this down and give you guys a mapping on that. Furthest squirrel is, he's 21 yards, what that one is. So he's at 21 yards. And he's at kind of an angle for me, so let's go for that guy. Let's see what we can do here. 21 yards. Shouldn't have to adjust the side focus for him. Nah, he's pretty good to go. So 21 yards. Ooh. See, now that's what I mean. This gun, he should have went down, but this gun will throw you that flyer. You know, this gun can be very frustrating shooting. There he is. So, but that's what I want to showcase, that some of these guns these budget-friendly guns or budget-friendlier guns can be a little more difficult to shoot than you may want. All right, we're going to put him back up now. There he is. He's up. All right, now I gotta move this camera a little bit for you guys so you guys can see the bunny. Let me see if I go out this way. Can you see the bunny? All right, yeah, there you guys go. You can see the bunny right outside the tree this way. So that's what I want for you guys. So you guys can see the bunny out there. Try to get him kind of centered up. All right, you guys can see the bunny through the foliage right there. So you guys can see the bunny. I'm actually going to be shooting you guys the way it looks for you. I'm shooting through some bushes and everything else, but we're going for it. The bunny's at like 27 yards, but let's zap that for you guys. Make sure I can see here. It's a little humid out here, so let's see here. Yeah, bunny's at 27 yards. So bunny's at 27 yards. That's what we're shooting at. Let's see if we can get the bunny down. 27 yards. It's almost 30. And that's about as far as I would shoot any kind of animal with this gun. And that hit him, but it didn't knock it down for some reason. So I think it might have hit. It didn't sound like it hit the thing. So let's shoot that again, because he didn't go down. I don't know why. It sounded like a good hit, but let's do it again. There he is. So I hit again, it hit the rabbit, it didn't hit the thing. So now he's down. You guys saw that pop down. Now we'll pop him back up. But that's the thing about this gun. But for me, the consistency just isn't there for what I prefer with air rifles. All right, there you go. All right, so there's a couple steel targets for y'all, you know, from 17 to 27 yards. Let me turn this off right here. All right, guys, one of the things I wanted to show you guys was the group I shot off camera after I shot that last group. Now, I shot several in here. This is when I was trying to zero the scope and move it over. This is kind of what I got. And I'm going to show you with the MOA coin. This is kind of what we got here. I'm going to put it in the center here. And you're still in that about 1.25" group, 1.5". Well, just under 1.5", but it's like 1.25", maybe 1.5", somewhere in there. But you got this flyer out here and this flyer here. Like, this was pretty tight, but you got these two that flew out here. I'm also going to put this up so you guys can see it, so you can see it with the coin. But you can see that this is still, like, this is a 1-inch coin. That's 2 inches across right there. 2 inches from here. That's 25 yards. Most of them are in that 1.25", under 1.5" group. But you still get that flyer. And that's what you get with this gun. So let's wrap this up. All right, guys. So in conclusion, we're going to wrap this up. After owning this gun for 10 years and shooting it and doing all kinds of testing with it and just trying to get it, trying all kinds of different pellets, different things, tuning the trigger on it to where it had a better trigger. The trigger was terrible out of the box. Getting it dialed into where it would stay tight to where it's not loosening up all the time. And just everything I've done over 10 years between scopes and things like that. Now, the one thing I'll say about this gun is that it has not been hard on scopes. So the scopes, every scope that I've tried on it has been fine. I haven't had any, excuse me, mess up on me. Over the years, like I said, the one pellet that has done the best with this gun has been these Crosman Premiers. It actually will shoot the domes well as well. It'll shoot the hollow points. Sorry, it'll shoot the hollow points pretty much just as well from what I've tested. So you can either go hollow point or dome, and those pellets are readily available at your local Walmart. The pros of this gun, it's cool looking. It comes with a dang Picatinny rail instead of a Weaver dovetail rail. I mean, it's got the Picatinny Weaver rail, sorry, instead of dovetail, which is a bonus. And that was something they did back 10 years ago, which was really nice, which I wish every air rifle, they would just go ahead and put that on there and stuff. It also comes with sling mounts, which was a pro as well. It's very quiet. The suppressor on it actually does work. It's a very quiet gun. And if you go look up that guy that shows you how to do the washer trick, once you do that, you'll love the trigger on this thing. But that's about as far as the pros go with me. It's very solidly built. I'll say that it's very solidly built. As far as the pros go, the issues that I have with it is that you guys can see with the accuracy. At 30 yards, you're pushing it. You really are pushing it. And if you guys want to hunt with it, me personally, I'm not taking shots past probably 25 yards with this if I'm trying to shoot at any type of animal. I may stretch it to 30 on something that's a little bit larger target, but I just don't feel it has the accuracy it should. Now, granted, this one's 10 years old. Maybe they've improved that with the newer models. But I would say, your maximum effective distance with this is 30 yards. Now, I will shoot it out to 30 yards. And I think you could viably take a squirrel or a rabbit at 30 yards with this, with relative ease. But this is very critical to shoot too. The hold sensitivity on this is the most hold sensitive air rifle I've owned. I have a Gammo Varmint Hunter that's 10 years old as well, and that thing is a tack driver at 30 yards. I love that gun, and it was actually less money. So this one, when I bought it, was like $299.99 back in the day. They've gone up $20 since then. That's what I paid for this one. They might have even been a little bit cheaper when they first came out back then. But this one was $299. This one was like $300 back then. So with the camo stock, it was a little more than the wooden one back then. But for me, I just wanted to review this gun, kind of give you guys an idea of what the Benjamin Trail nitro piston is like, and that I do have one. And this is one of the air rifles that I've been shooting for like 10 years, and I still break it out every now and then because I actually like how quiet it is. I like the trigger. And this one thing I'll say about the nitro piston in this one, it doesn't have an extreme shock on it. It's actually really smooth. So that is another bonus for this gun. The nitro piston in this is very smooth, but I'm not getting the accuracy at 30 yards that I can get out of, all right, so perfect example, the Gammo Bone Collector that I reviewed and the Gammo DX that I reviewed. Those two actually have better accuracy than this Benjamin Trail does. And the Bone Collector costs as much as this one, but that Gammo DX was I got mine for $139, but you can pick up for $139, $149 on Gammo, and it's extremely accurate gun, and it comes with the 10-shot magazine, which is actually really nice as well. So, there's guns. I believe I'll say this that there's, and I can say this, just through what I've done with air rifles. There are definitely guns in the budget realm that are more accurate shooters than the Benjamin Trail is. And like I said, you guys tell me down below, any of you guys that have a Benjamin Trail, a newer one, tell me what kind of accuracy you're getting and what range, what pellets you're using and stuff. I'd be curious to hear it, because this consistency, what you guys saw today, is the consistency that I've been getting out in this gun for 10 years. And I've been messing with this gun for 10 years, trying to dial it in to get it to where I feel like it would be more viable for shoot. So I don't shoot this gun a whole lot. It stays in a gun cabinet, and maybe once a year, every couple years, I clean it out, dust it off, and shoot it. I keep it around because it's a good little plinker. And, if you're plinking at, 20, 30 yards, this thing's a blast. But for me, I want an air rifle that I can actually hunt. I can take out critters in my backyard, you know, the pests in my backyard, which this will do. Don't get me wrong. This is a good pesting gun. I mean, as far as pesting at, 20, 25 yards, this thing will do it all day long. 10, 20 yards, man. At 10 and 20 yards, this gun does really, really well. But it's once you stitch it out to 25 and 30 yards where this gun's performance starts to fail. So I need to reiterate that it's not a terrible gun. It's not a terrible gun. And it has a lot of potential. But as far as, if I'm looking at the options of what's out there today, the Benjamin Trail Nitro Piston would not be my choice because of the price of this versus the price of other guns out there that you can get that are actually shooting more accurate at that 25 and 30 yard range. Now, for me, if you guys have watched any of my air rifle videos, you know I'm a big Viroc guy, and I like the Virocs most of all, and I'm working on saving up to get an Air Arms, and I like the higher end air rifles because I can shoot 40 and 50 yards and shoot 1-inch groups, and I might get one flyer with the 5, but I can put 4 out of 5 in a 1-inch group all day long at 40 and 50 yards, which I just did a video a while back of my HW77K, and 40 yards, 4 out of 5 were in a 1-inch group, and I threw one out, and it was on me. It wasn't the gun. It was my fault. So anyway, do I recommend this gun to people that are just getting to air gunning and stuff? Probably not, because this gun could frustrate you. And I think the goal to getting into air gunning is finding a gun that's not too hard to shoot, not too critical to shoot with that hold sensitivity when it comes to springers. And this one's very picky about how it likes to hold. Now, if I spend more time shooting it over days, I can finally get it dialed in where I can suck that group into almost a 1-inch group. But I just wanted to show you kind of basically what your average guy's going to get if you get one of these and pull it out of the box. Now again, this is one that's 10 years old. I don't know if they've got them shooting more accurate now. Anybody that's got a Benjamin Nitro Trail Piston, the current one in the past couple years, please comment down below and tell me how well yours is doing out at further distances, and maybe show me tell me what size groups you're getting. For me, I try to shoot that 1-inch group. That's why I have my little coin, my Bravo Bassin 1-inch MOA coin. I love using this because this is how I judge my air rifles on. And if any of you guys are interested in this coin, leave a message down below. I do have these for sale. They are available. I had them custom made. On the back side of it, it has Bravo Bassin, my logo on the front, and on the back side, it has Mil-Dot crosshairs, which is super cool. I will do a video about that too, so it'll be up so you guys can see it. But anyway, that's about all I got for you guys. Those are my thoughts on this. I love the way this gun looks. I love the way this gun looks. It feels good in the hand. I love the hand stock. I love the thumb through hole stocks on guns because it's just so much more comfortable to shoot. And I wish this gun was more accurate. I do. I wish I could get tighter groups, but it does give you those flyers. You'll shoot a tight group and all of a sudden you'll get 1 or 2 that are just out. And you saw that even when I was shooting the steel, that I had 2 targets that it hit just outside and actually hit the metal instead of the thing, and then the follow-up shot was in it. So that's what you should expect when you're using this, when you're pesting or doing whatever you're doing. I mean, me personally, if I was going to actually hunt with this, say I was going to go try to take a turkey or something like that, or anything bigger, I would keep it within that 25 yards or less, hands down. I wouldn't try to go out to 30 with it. I'd prefer him to be within 20 yards or less. That's just me. I'm not the best shooter in the world, but I don't suck at it either. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was great to revisit with this gun. It was cool to break it back out and shoot it. You know, it is, I'm not going to say it's not a fun gun to shoot, but it's also a frustrating gun to shoot. This gun can frustrate you. It's frustrated me for 10 years. So now that I've done this video, I'm probably going to take this scope off and put it on a different gun, and this one's going to go back in the closet for a while. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just tell me your thoughts on it, you know, and stuff. You guys know what to do. You know what buttons to hit to help support the channel. And I appreciate all you guys watching. I appreciate everybody that has supported the channel over the years. I really do appreciate it. It's great to see that I can put out some content that you guys are enjoying. And hopefully I'm learning from it, because I'm learning every day when I'm doing it. And hopefully you guys learn a little something too. I do learn stuff from guys that leave comments down there that actually have good things that they talk about, and suggestions or different things that they've done, you know. So I do like reading the comments and hearing, you know, what you guys are doing and how you guys are getting accuracy out of your guns as well. So, you know, I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. Just get outside and enjoy whatever you love to do outside in nature, and we'll see you guys later.